We have a radical equation here with a natural number solution. Now let me just write down just brief. If you have, this is just kind of the connection between rational exponents. Like say if you have, let's say n here as the index of the radical, and then let's say x to the m. Okay, the connection here is that you can rewrite this as x to the m over n. And so you have this nice linkage between rational exponents and radical notation. Okay, and y'all, this n sometimes is called the index of the radical. Now we are looking for natural number solutions right here. Now notice right here that this statement alone, and by the way, you can split radicals too. I didn't write that property down, but this result right here just follows from using this definition, and also you can split the radical. Okay. Now this would say that this would say that a, this fourth root right here, forces a to be equal to some power, some fourth power. Okay, for some other natural number. So if you want to, we'll call it little a. So it forces it to equal to little a raised to the fourth power. Right, because this 4 means extracting the fourth root. Okay, so the fourth root of a fourth power is just a natural number, right? Okay, and also we'll use b. We can use, we'll go ahead and use the little b right here. So b would be, has to equal to some fourth power. And we'll call that little b. Okay. Now that actually turns out to be pretty important information, where it's a solution to this would have to be a perfect fourth power for capital A, and for capital B, a solution would have to be a perfect fourth power, okay, in order to extract the fourth root from this expression right here, okay? Now let's take it down a little bit further and see what we can do. Now what we did, we're trying to get another expression where maybe we'll be in more familiar territory. What I did is raise both sides of this to the 4/3 power for the obvious reasons. 4/3 and 3/4 are reciprocals. And so this would imply that AB, the product AB, now y'all, I'll write this just, this would actually be 10 raised to the fourth power. Reason, the third root of 1,000 is just 10, so this 4 remains, but that's just equal to 10,000, right? Okay, now what to do? Okay, because we still have two unknowns, right? We still have two unknowns, but we do have enough information, believe it or not. A has to be a perfect fourth power from this statement. B has to be a perfect fourth power also from this statement, right? And so writing this, notice we could write this as there's only, 10 only has two factors. Let me just write it right up here. 10 is equal to 2 times 5, right? And I could have just done this from the beginning, I suppose, but 10 is equal to 2 times 5. No doubt about that. Okay? And so this would be equal to, if you raise this to the fourth power, you actually get 2 to the fourth times 5 to the fourth. Now 10,000 has plenty of other divisors. In fact, it would have 25 total divisors. If you guys recall, there's a property that says you can increment both of these exponents. 4 plus 1 is 5, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 times 5 would be 25 divisors. But just writing it this way, we can see that these two guys are only going to be the only perfect fourth powers, right? So this is equal to what, 16 times 625. And a lot of you may have just guessed this by inspection from the word get-go, but notice that does satisfy this original equation. Okay, again, this fourth power thing was a big observation. Let's write it down. 16 raised to the 3. See, I mean, we already have written down enough, but seeing is believing. 16 raised to the 3/4 times, get some space here. It always does that. 16, so that'll be 625 raised to the 3/4. Okay, folks, and so you can see, let me just write this. Okay, now the way I look at this, the fourth root of 16 is 2, right? But 2 cubed is 8, right? So that's 8. The fourth root of 625 is 5, but 5 cubed is 125. Equals 1,000, right? Which was the original problem. Okay, so we've shown that A must equal to 16. I'm pretty sure this is unique. A equals 16, and B is equal to 625. Okay, folks, and again, just I'll flash back up. There's the original equation right there, and we have found the solutions. A equals to 16 and B is equal to 625. Hope you enjoyed.